Oh, we have all been there. You're at the sink and the water just stops draining. Ugh, it is one of the most annoying problems you can have at home, right? But what if there was a simple, clear path to getting that drain flowing again? Okay, let's get into it. We're going to break down how to solve these blocked drain and sewer problems for good, specifically for those of you here in Gatineau.
You know, it never starts as a flood. It's subtle, you're washing your hands, and you notice the water is taking just a little bit longer to disappear. That's it. That's the start of that sinking feeling where you just know something's not quite right in your pipes.
And then you hear it, that weird gurgling sound coming up from the drain. That noise isn't just random. It's literally your plumbing system trying to talk to you. It's a warning sign that air is getting trapped by a blockage down the line. So what's it actually saying?
Well, that gurgle is basically a cry for help. It's telling you that a slow drain is just the tip of the iceberg. If you ignore it, that little clog just keeps growing. It's a recipe for a complete blockage, or even worse, a sewer backup. And trust me, nobody wants that. A slow drain today can absolutely become a messy, super expensive emergency tomorrow.
Okay, so what in the world is causing all this chaos in the first place? Before you can fix a problem, you've got to know what you're up against. Let's meet the usual suspects that are probably lurking in your pipes right now. And here they are. You've got grease and food scraps. They create this sticky mess that everything else gets caught in. In the shower, it's that classic combo of hair and soap scum forming these stubborn plugs. And oh boy, don't even get me started on flushable wipes. Spoiler alert, they're not. They're a huge cause of major blockages. But sometimes the real enemy is actually outside your house. And this, right here, this is a big one. Tree roots are incredibly powerful. They can sense the moisture in your sewer line and will force their way into the tiniest little crack. Once they're inside, they just keep growing, creating this dense net that catches everything. It is a nightmare to clear out. So, your drain is clogged. The first thing you want to do is run to the hardware store and grab one of those bottles of chemical drain cleaner, right? We've all done it. But let's take a second and see how those quick fixes actually stack up against what the pros use. This is a really important comparison. Now check out this contrast because it's huge. Those harsh chemicals can literally eat away at your pipes, which is terrible news if you have an older home. And get this, a lot of the time they just burn a tiny little tunnel through the clog. So yeah, the water flows for a bit, but the problem comes right back. Hydrojetting though, that's totally different. It uses high pressure water to safely blast away everything and scour the entire inside of the pipe clean. It's a real, lasting solution. So if the chemicals are out, what's in? When you need a real fix, who do you actually call? Well, right here in the Gatineau and Outaouais region, there's a local team that's built their entire reputation on solving these exact kinds of problems. And we're not talking about some faceless national franchise here. Plumber Gatineau is a local company. They're your neighbors, and they've spent more than a decade earning the trust of this community by doing honest, professional work. I mean, think about that. Over 12 years in business right here. That means they have seen and solved pretty much any plumbing headache you can possibly imagine. And during that time, they've knocked out over 5,000 jobs. That's 5,000 households with free-flowing drains and, I'm guessing, some very happy customers. You can see that in their customer rating. A 4.9-star rating is incredible. It's proof that people in our community really trust them to get the job done right the first time. And maybe most importantly, this is your peace of mind. They are fully licensed, insured, and accountable. That RBQ number isn't just a bunch of digits. It's your guarantee that you're hiring qualified pros who stand behind their work. So what's it actually like when you call them? Well, they don't just show up with a plunger and hope for the best. They have a very clear, methodical process that's designed to find the real problem and fix it for good. Just look at how they approach this. It all starts with diagnosis, no guesswork. For the really tough clogs, they'll use a special camera to literally see what's going on inside your pipes. Then, and only then, they pick the right tool for that specific job. They clear the entire pipe, not just a little hole, and they don't pack up until they've tested the flow to make sure it's perfect and even given you tips on how to stop it from happening again. Now that is a complete solution. All right, so if you're just done with slow drains and you're tired of worrying about a potential plumbing disaster, the path to getting it fixed is actually really simple. And here's the best part. You get upfront pricing, so no scary surprises on the bill. You get same-day service, which means you're not waiting around for days with a clogged-up house. And you get the peace of mind that comes from knowing the results are guaranteed. So there it is. At the end of the day, help is literally just one phone call away. For an emergency, for a quote, or just to get your drains flowing like new again, that's the number to call. And that really leaves us with one final thought. I mean, think about it. Your plumbing works around the clock for you, 24/7, but we never really think about it until something goes wrong. So whether you've got a clog right now or you just want to make sure you don't get one in the future, maybe it's time to find out what's really going on inside those pipes.